Hello and welcome to this edition of Howzzat. As always, I'm joined by my friend and colleague Vijay Lokapally. Good morning, Vijay.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Not a very good match again. Chennai Super Kings for the second night in succession for them. Did not have a great game, lost out by a big margin. But Delhi Capitals will have no reason to complain. It was a command performance by Delhi Capitals, wasn't it, Vijay?
Yes, it became command performance because Chennai Super Kings is looking lost. I mean, nothing seems to be working for them. Their main batting strength, MS Dhoni, is struggling. Their fans must be very disappointed. There is no goods. The team is not getting a good start. I mean, you look at Shane Watson, you look at Murli Vijay. They have not been able to give the kind of start Chennai would have wanted. So I think there are a lot of worries for Chennai.
It does look like they are playing with one batsman, Faf du Plessis, at this point of time. The others have yet to come to the party, whether it is Kedar Jadhav or even MS Dhoni. I think they have been slow starters, but this must be one of the worst situations for Chennai Super Kings to be in, conceding big defeats. But let's start with Delhi Capitals, Vijay. They had a very good game overall. They might have wanted another 15-20 runs when they batted first, but overall, I think they would be very happy with how Prithvi Shaw played, the partnership that he had with Shikhar Dhawan, then Rishabh Pant and Shreyas Iyer also contributing. The batting has come really good, and then they would have been delighted with the way in which Henrik Noke and Kagiso Rabada bowled. Of course, their spinners also did a good job for them. So Delhi will have plenty of reasons to be happy with the situation that they find themselves in.
Very little worries actually. Rishabh Pant is getting into his stride now. I can see he's timing the ball well. He's playing the shots he wants. The lofted off drive. That's one shot he loves a lot. And then if you see Shreyas Iyer, he looks well settled. There is good news at the top. Shikhar Dhawan was getting he wasn't at his best yesterday, but yeah, I mean he's coming into his groove. But runs from Prithvi Shaw must be very heartening for Delhi Capitals because he's one young batsman who has a good punch. I mean, that's what I was listening to Mr. Gavaskar also. He talks of his punch. So yesterday the timing was right, the placement was right.
I don't know if it was Ricky Ponting or Shreyas Iyer or a combination of both, but I think the opening batsman realized that the aerial route should not be taken for some time until they assess the pitch. Having lost wickets in that first game, I think they realized that it was important to play shots along the ground. So it was nice to see Prithvi Shaw scorch the turf at times. It was crucial for them to keep the wickets at the top. So they had a very, very good power play.
Aerial shots is not the only way to score in any form of cricket. I remember, I mean, coaches will always tell you that if you don't play the ball in the air, you reduce one chance of getting out. That is, you won't get caught. So it always pays well. And I wonder, Rajaraman, what if someone like Gundappa Vishwanath would have been playing T20? I mean, he wouldn't have played an aerial shot. He would have picked gaps at will. It would have been a treat to watch someone like him who believed in keeping the ball on the ground. So you're right. They tried to keep the ball on the ground, and most importantly, not losing an early wicket helped because when you have wickets in hand, you can experiment in the middle overs.
I think in the opening game they lost 3 wickets for next to nothing, and then to be able to bat out the power play overs without losing any wicket was important for Delhi Capitals. But then they went on to build. Chennai Super Kings did look like they were pulling the game back a little bit in the middle over, but the spinners seemed to disappoint them, especially Ravindra Jadeja, not finding the right length and giving away plenty of runs. Even though Josh Hazelwood came in and had a good game for Chennai Super Kings, they will be disappointed with the way the spinners bowled. Of course, Piyush Chawla picked up 2 wickets. I think both were lucky breaks for him. Not that he didn't deserve them. Obviously, bowlers create those breaks, but he would also count his luck in the manner in which he got both the wickets that he picked last night.
I think Piyush Chawla is he doesn't look the best athlete, but he's always at the batsman. I think he's in the scheme of things as far as MS Dhoni is concerned. He has a lot of faith in Chawla and Ravindra Jadeja. Yes, he's not been at his best at all, either as a batsman or as a bowler. But Ambati Raidu, whenever he comes back to the squad, he must strengthen the batting. I mean, he was so good in the first game. What do you think? I mean, I want to ask you, what is this batting position for MS Dhoni? I mean, if he's playing the game and gets to bat only 12 balls, what is the point of MS Dhoni? He can always take a chance, come up, set an example, and he has the caliber to bat in any position. So why is he coming at number 6, number 7?
$1 million question, perhaps, Vijay. But from the outside, it does look like he doesn't have enough confidence in his own striking abilities at this point of time. I guess it happens to everybody. If you've not been used to doing something for a while, you start doubting your own ability. I will be surprised if this is true, but it is a possibility because MS Dhoni is known to be supremely confident. Everything he does is with confidence, and for him to not believe in his own skills, even at this point of time, despite coming back from the COVID situation in the country, not having enough practice, not having played for a long time. Despite all that, we got to see that he can hit the ball really hard. And if those three deliveries in the previous game, which he hit for sixes, did not give him the confidence, then what else can give him the confidence? I doubt it very much. But then Rituraj Gaikwad, both him and Murli Vijay may not find a place in the full strength Chennai Super Kings team. And this is probably one reason why Dhoni is batting at where he did. He came in to bat in the 16th over, and that is not going to be enough for Chennai Super Kings at all. Even Kedar Jadhav did not look like he was trying to change the score. So Dhoni will have to rethink at some point of time, not because there is pressure on him from outside that you and I are talking about it and everybody else is talking about it. Not because of that, but this is probably the only thing that the team needs at this point of time to have a good partnership with Faf du Plessis, go into bat at number 4, and put up a good platform for Kedar Jadhav to come in and strike the ball. I don't know if he lacks confidence, but I'm sure he's missing out on Suresh Raina and Harbhajan Singh at this point of time. And maybe, Vijay, it is time that Chennai Super Kings calls for a replacement for one of the two players. They're going to need a batsman to bolster the batting unit. They're going to need somebody who can strike the ball. They're going to need somebody who can understand the game situation. But I wonder where that batsman is.
No, where is the batsman? You have a batsman in MS Dhoni. What is the point? I mean, if he's there, can't he take a chance and try and come at number 3 or open the innings when you know Murli Vijay is struggling? Take. I mean, you have to do experiment. If he comes out and takes charge at the start, imagine what would happen. He would be hitting 2 boundaries and 1 6, 3 sixes in 1 over. I mean, what kind of confidence it will give to the team? So I don't agree with Dhoni at number 6 and 7 when somebody at the top is looking completely out of touch.
We've used that tactic in the last couple of games, but Kedar Yadav and also MS, we've almost got too many batting options at the moment. So that's why I say we're a little bit muddled with what we're sending out. So we just need to be a little bit clearer with what we're doing. And what perhaps we're missing is a bigger contribution at the top. So, yeah, there's a lot of question marks and a lot of soul searching, in particular from the coaching point of view and strategy point of view.
Maybe Vijay, someone like a Murli Vijay, he's not given the confidence to the rest of the batting unit at all. For him to gobble up so many deliveries and not score, it does have an impact down the order. Even if you're MS Dhoni, you're going to be impacted by what has happened at the top of the order. If a Vijay can't score runs, and they don't have a replacement in the side. When Ambati Raidu becomes fit and comes back, hopefully he can for Chennai Super Kings fans. October 3rd is the next game that Chennai Super Kings plays. But before that, if Raidu can become fit and come back and Bravo gets fit as well, then there might be some hope for Chennai Super Kings that their batting order can be sorted out. But you're right, Dhoni needs to play a little bit more than he's doing at this point of time. Give the team the kind of confidence that he can as a leader. And I think it is time for Dhoni to delve deep into himself and then find that solution. That means either he opens the innings or comes into bat at number 4 just after Faf du Plessis.
Yeah. Knowing Dhoni, I'm sure, boss, he can do it.
Also, I think Chennai Super Kings is confident that it will have the bandwidth to stage a comeback and be relevant when it comes to picking the top 4 at the end of the season. So that kind of confidence, deep confidence that Stephen Fleming and Dhoni have, perhaps is reflective of their line of thinking at this point of time. Of course, Stephen Fleming is worried. Let's what he had to say about Chennai Super Kings' performance last night.
Well, we're a bit muddled at the moment. We're missing some key players, and we're trying to find a balance that allows us to be competitive. It almost comes back to the spin bowling aspect. We're looking to develop a personality based on the wickets that we're facing. Each wicket has been completely different, and our batting lineup is without Raidu, Raina, etc. We're trying to find a way or a combination and how to use players and give players opportunity early on, so we know exactly what we've got as the tournament goes on. We've learned a massive amount over 3 days. Today's performance was on the weak side in terms of intent, but also they bowled very well. They've had a game on here, and their plans and the way they bowled sort of showed what style to play on this wicket. So it's been an interesting 6 days. And now we've got time to review what we're doing and rectify the issues, and there are a few.
Vijay, we focused a lot on Chennai Super Kings. Let us now look at Delhi Capitals a little bit, because it is a team that we back, and despite not having got enough runs on the board last night, turned out a comfortable winner, a confident unit under Shreyas Iyer at this point of time.
Yeah, they have the right batting combination, but what is important for them is, and working well at least till now, is the bowling department, where someone like Rabada is fabulous. I mean, he bowls 1 over, then press, then 1 over, then press. I mean, the captain is using him sparingly. Maybe it could be part of a plan to how to use Rabada sparingly. That is, keep him for those crucial moments when you think you'll have to come and put the brakes on the opposition. And Enrique is another, they found a very good bowler. I mean, if you look at it. But last night, I was very, very impressed with Akshar Patel. He came on to bowl and he was finished with his quota by the time the innings was into the 10th over. So, Akshar Patel had a big impact. I mean, he got a wicket also. He had a big impact on the game. But Rabada being used how he is to me is part of a very good bowling plan.
Also, Amit Mishra, Vijay, coming back after a long time and bowling beautifully. I thought somebody who had the confidence of lighting the ball, tossing it, like you said yesterday, he does toss the ball, and it looked like he enjoyed himself in these conditions in Dubai. He was excellent, came on to bowl at a crucial time and delivered 4 very good overs for Delhi Capitals.
I mean, having watched Mishra all these years in Delhi, I must tell you that if there is a bowler in this IPL who has a heart of a spinner, it has to be Amit Mishra. I mean, he is not at all afraid of being hit, and he will smile at the batsman if he scores against him and then trap him. So Mishra is a good old timer. I mean, kind of bowler who you would have seen in the 60s and 70s and even probably 80s. But to me, he's a wonderful cricketer and one who loves to compete. I mean, everybody loves to compete, but Mishra, he likes the batsman to go at him, so that gives him a chance to trap him.
I think it was also important for him to show a lot of confidence. He was coming into the side because R. Ashwin was unfit and not available for selection. To step into a situation like that and then deliver 4 good overs perhaps tells everybody of the kind of bowler, of the kind of heart that you're speaking about that Amit Mishra has. It's wonderful to watch him last night. Of course, Akshar Patel did play a big role at the start of the Chennai Super Kings innings, but it was also Amit Mishra. The 2 spinners did really well under light. It did not seem to matter to them whether there was dew or no dew. They did their job very, very effectively for Delhi Capitals. So Ricky Ponting and Shreyas Iyer will have plenty of reason to be happy about the performance last night.
Yeah, I mean, everything is falling in place. The 2 spinners are doing well. The 2 fast bowlers are doing well. Batsmen are performing, and they have not felt undue stress at any point. I mean, if you see, yes, there was a close game in the beginning, but when they came back and won the game, as far as Ponting is concerned, he's a fantastic cricket brain. And then you have Mohammad Kaif sitting there. These 2 are working very hard. There's no doubt about it. Having players like Amit Mishra, a very experienced guy, and then I'm expecting Shikhar Dhawan to score more. Shikhar Dhawan, and of course Pant is waiting to score. So Delhi Capitals, I think Rajaraman has very few worries.
No wonder then, Vijay, that they're at the top of the league table, ahead of Kings 11 Punjab and Mumbai Indians, the three teams that have played 2 matches each. Chennai Super Kings, of course, disappointingly lying in at the 5th place after their 3 games. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be Kolkata Knight Riders against Sunrisers Hyderabad tonight. Both teams did not win their opening match and will be looking to open their account as far as points on the league table are concerned. Sunrisers Hyderabad, I would fancy to beat Kolkata Knight Riders on the basis of what we have seen this season already.
So this game you can back Hyderabad, but even KKR would not be an easy opponent because very true, they had a big loss in the first game and Hyderabad managed to, I mean, they had a very narrow loss, 10 runs. But you're right, it should be, every game is good in this tournament, but Sunrisers Hyderabad ought to start as favorites today.
Unless of course KKR comes back re-energized and with a brand new strategy already. Of course, they did not have a great game, and you can't expect a team like Kolkata Knight Riders, especially under a captain like Dinesh Karthik, a thinking player, to be off color every single night. So I guess if they can pick themselves up, it will be a good match to watch. But like you said, you can back Sunrisers Hyderabad to win tonight.
It's going to be a bowler's game.
Interesting thought, Vijay, because I was thinking that look at the captains. They have consistently won the toss and asked the opposition to bat, and a number of results have gone against them. So when you win the toss and give the bowlers the first chance of using the track, then you need to stop the opposition from scoring big. And we have not seen that happen in the last few games.
Can't anticipate as the dew. We trained across the road the other day and it was soaking wet, and it has a huge impact on the second innings. Tonight there's absolutely none, so it's a little bit of hit and miss at the moment as to what conditions are going to be like. The last game we played in Sharjah was one of the wettest surfaces that we've been involved in a game, so we're guessing a little bit around conditions. We're the guinea pigs in terms of playing first games in 2 venues, so we're learning on the hop, and certainly some of the stuff we learned today will be valuable going forward.
So tonight we don't know whether the captain will be tempted to win the toss and up to field first. Let's see what happens, Vijay. Thank you very much for your time today. I have enjoyed this conversation as always.
Oh yes, thank you very much. Thank you.